Hey guys, welcome back to Nagendra Nayak Narratives. First day of 2023, and I'm here at the Malpe beach just to spend some quality time. There's this good sound of the waves that is very soothing. Anyways, I actually wanted to shoot a session of Chalo Baat Karte basically, so I thought let me pull out my mobile camera again. So yeah, the point is this: very recently, there's a friend of mine. Me and him actually started off our teaching career together, and he's still been in teaching. And after that, for quite some time, we went into corporates because of the salary criterias and all that thing. So now he wanted to get into teaching, and he attended an interview very recently, and he actually came back and told me a situation that happened at the interview. Surprisingly, this was the same thing that happened at the interview, and which got me thinking, okay, these education institutions are using this as a weapon to somehow try and cut down on the salary that they can offer you. So here goes. I mean, I'm sharing my experience. I don't want to get into that, and neither do I want to get into mentioning the name of the college. So I had been to Bangalore for an interview when I was between jobs, and I really wanted to get into teaching. So I had been for an interview at Bangalore, so one of the institutions. So as I'd been there, the thing is, I had submitted my CV probably like 20-25 days before I could attend the interview, and they went through the CV and they called me for the interview. So this is what the situation is. Now the moment I reach there, I am asked to meet the principal, and the principal, first thing he says is, oh, I mean, just imagine, oh, but you don't have a PhD. I said, oh, but I had mentioned that in my CV very clearly, and the CV was sent to you around 20-25 days before you could invite me for the interview. And I'm coming all the way from Udupi, and if this is your reaction the first time you look at me, that's kind of surprising. He said, no, I have no issues with that, but we generally prefer PhDs. I said, okay, fair enough, I don't mind, but why did you invite me for the interview then? He said, no, but we just wanted to give a chance and give a try. I said, then why the oh? So the interview happened, he just spoke to me about a few things, and just took me to the vice chancellor of the university, and there again the same question again, the same expression again, oh, but you don't have a PhD. I said, okay, fine. There's also this concept of professor of practice, right, where you invite people with the industry experience. I've got around 10 to 11 years of industry experience working across the industries. So does that count or does that not count? Yeah, but the situation has changed. You have teaching experience in good colleges, but this is way back. I said, I am not using that teaching experience to come and get a job. I am bringing my corporate experience to get a job, and I am applying for a management course as a teacher for management course. So come on, yeah, my industry experience should matter somewhere. So they said, yeah, it is very important to have the industry experience, but you don't have a PhD. I don't get it. Like, it is okay for you to tell me that the moment you get into teaching, start applying for, go apply for PhD and start pursuing the PhD course. I totally get it. But as long as I'm in corporate, I don't know how many percentage of people would pursue their PhD while they are at corporate with an intention of getting into teaching eventually. So I was kind of confused. And the conversation went to such a level where the whole thing was about telling me how I am incapable to get a salary that is advertised for that particular opening. There was an opening, and that is what I had applied for. So this is something that usually happens, and when my friend told me about his situation, it seemed very similar, and it seemed like a pattern basically. So anybody who is trying to get into teaching job, just think of this. Just get yourself prepared well for these kind of questions. These are not questions to check your eligibility or anything. These are only their strategies to try and get you to convince to do the job at a very lesser price. If you have a PhD, if you have a teaching experience, they would say, oh, but you don't have an industry experience. And if you have a good industry experience, they would say, oh, but you don't have a teaching experience or a bloody PhD or anything for that matter. I don't know. Most of the teachers that I've studied under did not have a PhD because that was not a mandate at that time. But we fared well. Our teachers were really good. They were exceptional in the subjects that they taught. So I'm not saying PhD should be the only qualifying parameter for that. But if you need a PhD for your post, it is absolutely acceptable. It is just advised that, and if somebody who is a non-PhD applies for that post, reject him. Don't make him come to you, go through this embarrassment, make him feel that he's worthless in life, stuff like that. So this was basically a ranting thing, I think. But yeah, I had to share. I mean, these were things that are experienced, and Chalo Baat Karte was all about that. I told you I'm going to keep it very raw and random, and anything that I come across which I think is worth sharing, I'll share it. So this is what it is. And do share me if you had any similar experience, not just in the field of teaching, but also in other things. There will be definitely some kind of patterns that they follow to, negotiate your salary and bring it down to the lowest level. So if you have any situations to share, please do share. It will be, kind of an eye-opener for a lot of people, and at least they would know how to prepare for these kind of questions when they have to attend such interviews. Anyways, that's it from my side. I'm going to go back to enjoy the beach right now. My ranting is over. I feel light, so I'm going to go and feel like kind of relaxed. So thank you so much for, watching the channel. And by the way, I've reached 2,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for the love and support. Keep supporting, keep loving, keep watching the videos. Bye-bye.